Hello, I'm Ruth Gerber with the Foundation for Lincoln Public Schools. We sponsor an annual international trip. This year, we traveled to Myanmar.
And I'm Margaret Berry, fellow world traveler. So where in the world is Myanmar?
Slowly lifting the curtain, a glimpse inside Myanmar.
Formerly Burma, the country that Rudyard Kipling called a land like no other.
Cut off for 50 years under a repressive military dictatorship, the opportunity to visit this secretive, untouched place was irresistible.
Myanmar has borders with Bangladesh, India, China, Laos, and Thailand. It has been
ruled by despotic kings,
colonized by the British,
invaded by the Japanese,
and secluded from the world by the military.
When Aung San Suu Kyi was overwhelmingly elected in 1988,
the military cracked down, put her under house arrest, and closed up the country again.
Now the Nobel Peace Prize winner is released and running for president in 2015.
Censorship was only lifted last year, so transparency is not yet a high value.
For this is a place where the government sets up fake libraries to impress outsiders one day,
and takes them down the next.
And a place where when we were departing the country and the end of our airport runway was clearly exploding in fire, no announcements were made, no explanations given. We were simply told to board our plane.
So let's lift the curtain on this golden land and take a glimpse at some of Myanmar's deep contrasts.
The contrast of brutal generals with the sweet, resilient people whose motto is, if you see someone without a smile, give them one of yours.
Who paint their faces with ground tree bark called tanaka to protect against the tropical sun.
Who wear tribal rings to honor their long-necked dragon mother.
And to protect their necks from tigers.
People who run their buses on natural gas and have plastic bag-free zones.
But no garbage service.
People who have avoided pollution and street crime and even banking.
Think, no ATMs and bring only crisp, new $100 bills to exchange.
People who still use ox carts for taxis and water is hand-carried.
But still claim to have Wi-Fi everywhere.
Yes, there are cheroot-smoking, betel nut-chewing old folks.
And modest, traditional young people concealing themselves behind big, colorful umbrellas, nearly consummating their courtships, then choosing Western styles for their wedding dress.
People who celebrate 12 fingers as good luck and do good deeds to make merit and achieve nirvana.
Who buy gold leaf and lavish it on giant Buddhas.
Some Buddhas so layered they become giant featureless lumps of gold.
Yet they have essentially no health care. Here, fellow traveler Jane Hood holds up her index finger to show the local cure.
A cure of salt encased in a tomato for a burn she got while cooking lunch with the local hill tribe.
These are people who are deeply Buddhist, with thousands of peaceful pagodas, temples, and stupas.
Yet can be incited to violence by a radical extremist monk calling for removal of all Muslims from Myanmar.
These are a people who know the day of the week that they were born.
And insist you do too, so that you can worship and make merit to the right Buddha for you.
Born on Friday, I am a calm guinea pig.
Born on Wednesday, I'm the lucky elephant Ganesh.
This is a place where Buddhist monks sport pink cell phones,
while hundreds of pink nuns beg in the streets.
Where dishes and people are washed in the river at the same time.
Next to 5-star hotels springing up for tourists.
Where 100,000 people live on the water in teak houses with wooden stilts and no electricity.
Where street signs are posted to mark water canals.
While we slept in luxurious villas.
With flower petals artfully arranged on our beds.
This is a place where tourists balloon over thousands of ancient temples, then drink champagne and buy 10th century beads from village vendors.
While being shielded from the poverty and political repression, yes, things are still behind the curtain.
And so on the last day at dawn, we load our luggage into canoes and skim a lake to the airport.
Because the bridge was out.
And so we fly out of Myanmar from an adventure like no other, where, as Kipling said,
the palm trees are swaying, the spicy garlic smells, and temple bells are calling.